Hey everyone, and welcome. So today we're going to map out one of the most exciting and maybe a little intimidating journeys you can take in your career, learning how to code and breaking into the world of tech.
Welcome to Timeless Learning, the channel where we teach in-demand tech skills that never go out of style. Before we jump in, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, so you'll always catch our next big lesson on data, tech, and the future of work.
Let's dive right in.
If you've ever felt just totally overwhelmed by the sheer number of courses, boot camps, and programming languages out there, you're definitely not alone. It's a huge landscape. But don't worry, that's what we're here for. We're going to break down the entire path, from your very first hello world, all the way to landing that dream job offer.
You know, before you start any big journey, you've got to have a destination in mind. It's what keeps you going when things get tricky. So why are so many people learning to code? What's the big reward at the end of this road?
Well, for starters, how about this number? According to data from edX, that is the median annual salary for a software developer. Yeah, that's a pretty powerful reason to get started, and it really shows you just how valuable these skills are in today's economy.
And it's not just about the money today. It's about job security for the future. I mean, look at these projections from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. We're talking about massive growth across the board. An information security analyst role is projected to grow by almost 30%. So, a career in code isn't just profitable, it's incredibly secure. The demand is high, and it's only getting higher.
All right, so you're motivated. You see the prize at the end. Now, let's rewind all the way back to the beginning. Where do you take that very first step? How do you actually, start writing code?
Broadly speaking, there are two fantastic ways to get going. On one side, you've got this gamified, bite-sized approach. Think platforms like Mimo or SoloLearn. They turn learning into fun little exercises you can do right on your phone. It's great for building a habit. Then, on the other side, you have the project-based route. Places like the Odin Project throw you right into the deep end, building real projects from day one. This is perfect if you're a self-starter who learns best by doing.
And you're not alone in this. There are so many amazing tools out there. Codecademy is awesome because you can code right in your web browser, no complicated setup. Programiz has tons of free tutorials, and their pro version even visualizes your code so you can see exactly what it's doing. All these tools are designed to make that first step as smooth as possible.
Okay, so you've written your first few lines of code, you've got the basics down, and now you're hooked. What's next? It's time to level up from just learning to serious, career-focused training. And this is where things get really cool. I mean, look at the sheer number of specializations available on platforms like Pluralsight and Coursera. We're talking generative AI, cloud architecture, cybersecurity, the whole shebang. This is where you go from being a generalist to becoming a true expert in a field that companies are desperate to hire for.
And look, this isn't just theory. This stuff changes lives. Check out this quote from Winston, a cloud architect. He says Pluralsight is solely responsible for taking him from minimum wage to over 6 figures. That's absolutely incredible. That's the real-world impact we're talking about.
And the cool thing is, you can choose how deep you want to go. Platforms like Coursera team up with companies like Google and IBM, and even top universities, to offer a whole range of options. You could start small with just one course, or go for a professional certificate to get job ready. You can even earn a full master's degree online. It's totally flexible to your needs.
All right, you've put in the hours, you've learned the skills, you've built some awesome projects. Now comes the final boss, the hiring process. How do you actually prove to a company that you've got what it takes?
Well, you're going to run into this, the technical skill assessment. It sounds intimidating, right? But really, it's just a way for companies to see your brain in action. They'll give you a coding challenge on an online platform to see how you solve problems under a little bit of pressure.
And it helps to understand what's happening on the other side of the screen. Big companies like Amazon and Microsoft use platforms like HackerEarth to manage their entire hiring pipeline. They attract developers, use these tests to evaluate their skills, and then they engage with the best candidates. It's how they find the needle in the haystack.
But here's the secret. These platforms, they aren't just for tests. HackerRank has a community of over 26 million developers. HackerEarth has over 10 million. These are massive hubs for practicing, competing, and getting better. Think of it like a gym for your coding brain.
And if you're thinking, well, can't people just cheat? Nope, you really don't have to worry about that. These platforms use some seriously sophisticated AI to detect plagiarism. They can spot if code was copied and pasted, or even if it was written by another AI. It ensures that it's your skills that shine through.
Okay, we have covered a ton of ground. The why, the how, the what happens when you apply. So let's bring it all home and map out what a real path might look like for you.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, here's a pretty realistic timeline. You could spend the first couple of months just mastering the basics with those fun, interactive courses. Then, spend the next 4 or 5 months getting your hands dirty building real projects. After that, it's all about interview prep, grinding out problems on sites like HackerRank. And within about a year, you can be totally and completely job ready. But at the end of the day, and this is so important, there is no one-size-fits-all answer here. The perfect path for you might be a mix of everything we've talked about. Maybe you start with a gamified app, then do a deep dive with Pluralsight and practice every day on HackerEarth. You get to mix and match. You get to find what works for you. The best path is always the one you build for yourself.
So that really only leaves one question left. The journey of 1,000 lines of code begins with a single program. Your journey starts right now. What will you build first?
Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, comment, and share this video with someone who's learning too. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss another skill-packed lesson from Timeless Learning. Remember, the best investment you can make is in your own knowledge. Keep learning because growth is timeless.